Aquarius, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Aquarius, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, Aquarius, see what's going on in your reading, my fellow Aquarians. Oh, I just saw a little orange butterfly on the window. Nice, nice. All right, two cards for Aquarius for the highest good. Ooh, nice. I already like it. All right, so you have wandering path. Enjoy the journey. Wow, nice. You are on a new path, my friends. You nice, nice, nice. Very nice. And then it says, uncovering treasure beneath the surface lies great bounty. So you may not see it right now, but there is something good coming. And you know what? I feel it because I am an Aquarius, rising Aquarius, and my goodness, I feel it. There's something big coming in. Just got to have patience. I feel like we're being tested, you know, like the universe is testing us. God is testing us to see if we're patient. Well, anyways, yes, you may not see it right now, but you will. Okay. Good things are coming to the surface. You know, there's treasure there, and treasure could mean anything, you know, happiness, abundance, joy, love, you know. Okay. So here we go. Aquarius, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Aquarius. Aquarius, 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 Aquarius. You remember that song? Nice song. Nice song. All right. All right, here we go. Aquarius, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Aquarius for their highest good. One for the current, one for the situation. One for the past or now, one for what's hidden, one for the hopes and fears, one for the what you need to do now, one for what you need to work on, and the outcome. All right. And at the end of the card, you have the Justice card. Wow, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Really have patience, you guys. Really have patience. Okay, because looking at the cards right now, I see it. All right. Let me put this one over here just to see it. All right, so you do have the Justice card. Justice is here. Things are going to fall into place for you. Everything's going to balance out. Not karma, but the justice and truth is here. Okay. You do have you start off with the Queen of Pentacles. Really take care of yourself, nurture yourself. You know, with the Queen of Pentacles here, she's very wealthy. She knows how to handle herself, you know, do things, you know, but she's also like a multitasker. She does everything, you know. She can create the world that she wants to live in, but she's very tired also. You need to nurture yourself. Okay, there is abundance here coming through for you, so it's nice. I like that. Really take your time. Really nurture yourself, Aquarius. Really rest when you need to. Really eat better, sleep better. Okay, get what you need, because things are going to start moving very fast for you. You have the Two of Wands here for the situation, and Two of Wands is, you know, maybe you're making plans, but you need that patience. You really do. There is a decision too also that you're contemplating about, so we'll see. You have the Page of Swords for the past or now. The Page of Swords is saying that you really need to really believe in yourself, you know, really believe in yourself, really, you know, be open to all these opportunities that could be coming through for you. You know, really just believe in yourself and everything that you're doing. I do believe that there is change here for you also. You have the Eight of Swords up here for what's hidden. There's something here. This is a Ten of Swords. Oh, good. Well, it's not good, but it's still good because something has ended in your life. Something has come to an end. Something is, you're not dealing with the obstacles. You're not feeling like the way you used to feel anymore. You know, things have changed. Something has come to an end in your life. So it's good. That is good. Good. Because when the Ten of Swords is here, it always goes back to that new beginning. So here we go. Going another cycle here. Then for the hopes and fears, there's a lot of change you're going through. We are going through a transformation. You, I, everyone is going through this transformation. Okay, things are changing. We are changing, you guys. We are not the same people that we used to be. We don't care anymore. Just kidding. No, but no, really. We're just like, like, we're doing our own thing. Okay, so this is good. Really nice. We're going through a lot of changes. And then you have the Four of Cups here. Wow. Okay, so maybe you've been disappointed in your life. Maybe you're expecting things to come through and then they didn't. So it's like you're like, well, you're just like, okay, And here on the Four of Cups, it's like they're asking you to focus because you're very disconnected. Like you're like not really paying attention to what you should be paying attention to. But I feel like it's because you really want these things to come in. You're very eager to come in, but you need to start focusing. Okay, really know that there's opportunities here. Really know that your cups are full. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Oh, why do I have that open? Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. And then you have the Judgment card here. Like I said, you are going through this huge transformation. Along with this, you have a Judgment here. Judgment is talking about, you're not the same person you used to be. You're going through a rebirth. You yourself are changing everything inside you on the outside. You could be like getting a new hairstyle, changing the clothes you wear, watching different things, just doing different things. You're definitely going through this rebirth. And then you have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is talking about a new person coming in, having a lot of ideas, being very creative, putting your plans out there, like trying to create something. You're going to be very inspired by a lot of things. I also feel like there is that new path here. You're on a new journey, definitely, because you've changed a lot. You also I also feel like you just need to have also compassion and forgiveness in your heart. Okay, really have that love for everyone, even if they're like little monsters. Still have love for them. Okay, we can love them on the outside, you guys. Okay. All right. So Aquarius, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Aquarius, you guys. Aquarius spirit, Aquarius. This is for Aquarius. Where their highest good. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? That's crazy. All right. So you are going towards, you are on a new cycle right now because you have the World card here. So that's nice. You're trying to juggle everything. You have the Two of Pentacles here. You're trying to keep everything. You're trying to juggle everything all at once. Trying to do everything because not only that, but you started off with the Queen of Pentacles. So there is money. Yes, of course there is. There's a finance, prosperity coming in, which is very nice. But, you stand very strong, very, you have a lot of ideas, but you still need to take care of yourself. Okay, Aquarius, you need to start taking it easy. Okay, because you do have also the Two of Pentacles. And I do feel like you're trying to make a decision of some kind, but you need to really take it easy. There is a new cycle here, a new journey. You're on a new path because you have that. You also have the card here. But really, I feel like you're just contemplating a decision. You really need to change how you're overly doing a lot. Okay, rest, take it easy. Heal from a lot because you're going through a huge change. You're going through a lot of changes right now. And you really need to rest. I know that it's exciting and you want to move forward and this and that, but you really need to stop and rest for yourself, okay? Because everything's going to start moving fast for you. There's traveling here. You need to find your patience also. You have the Two of Wands here. And why is the Two of Wands here in the situation? One more card. I like how these cards just like boop, boop, they fall out. Okay. So you do have the Emperor here, and then you have the Six of Cups. I like that. Very nice. All right. So you could be very thinking about the past, being very nostalgic. Somebody from the past could also be coming back to be in your life again. Could be a sibling. Wow. It could be a sibling. But I feel like you're going through a healing also, because you are definitely going through these huge changes. You yourself, like I said, have changed. There's a decision you're contemplating. You need to have patience. You do have plans. You're making plans for the future. You definitely are, but you're like keeping them on the down low. You know, you're not really saying anything. You are the emperor right now, you know, stepping back into your power, being the leader, and that's what they want you to do right now, okay, because this isn't a situation. So really look at that, okay? You're very strong-willed, you're very wise, you know how to do things. You're always ready for everything that comes through, for anything that comes your way. You know, you know how to handle things, you know, so just know that. But you're definitely, a lot of you guys are going on a new journey, like a spiritual journey. So you're going through healing, because you're going through this huge transformation with a lot of changes coming in. So just know that. Okay. And you're going to be able to handle it. You know, just step back into your power, use that inner power, use that inner courage, like the way you are, Aquarius, very strong-willed. You have the Page of Swords. And like I said, you know, believe in yourself that you can create anything. This is something new. You're on a new path here. So it's good. I also feel like there could have been like some kind of messages coming in for you. Doesn't have to be like, there's new messages coming in. You're going to have a lot of new ideas. I feel like you need to really speak your mind and speak what you're wanting to say about situations. I feel like you're going to have a lot of clarity and understand a lot of things, why things happen. And you will. Trust me, you will. You're going to have those aha moments. Really do your research before you start speaking out also about other things, okay? Like, don't gossip about other people unless you're really seeing it from their mouth, okay? You know, don't be speaking about it. Also, too, you're definitely moving forward and you're very strong-willed. So I do believe that this is now. You have the 10 of Swords here, Aquarius. And why is the 10 of Swords here for Aquarius? Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Spirit. Very nice. All right. So, wow. Okay. So you do have the Queen of Swords here, and you have the 4 of Pentacles. And you have the 10 of Swords here. Okay. All right. So with the 4 of Pentacles, I feel like you're holding on to something tightly. Because if you see this person here, okay, if you see them, like they're holding on to something really tight. They're like, I don't want to let go of this. You know, it could be your past. It could be your, you know, it just could be things, memories or anything, something like that. Or it could just be, it could also be money that you're holding on to very tightly. You know, remember to live in the moment, you guys, okay? You only live once. You know, it's okay to splurge just a little bit, you know. But they want you to really, they really want you to let go of that, okay? Let go of the past, stop being stubborn, and just let go of the past, okay? I mean, let go of whatever it is that you're holding tightly to, you know, and it could be like, you know, you're, like, oh, I'm never going to forgive that person because they did that to me. Or I'm never going to do this, you know, because, you know, I'm never going to stop arguing with that person because they were wrong, you know. Let that go, okay? Whatever it is, let it go, okay? Stop holding on tight to the past, you know. Stop being stubborn, okay? I feel like you're going to have a very strong, stable foundation. I feel like you need to speak your truth and stand strong, okay? Like stand up for yourself and whatever it is that you believe in. And I also feel like you're going to speak some kind of truth here. There's something here that's coming to an end. So maybe it is that you're leaving this stubbornness behind. You know, you're not thinking, you don't want to think about the past anyways. Okay, so just know that. You're going through a healing also. But you're definitely going through these 10 of Swords where it could have been a relationship or a career or anything. Something has come to an end. Some kind of obstacle, some kind of problem, something that was a thorn on your side is coming to an end. So just know that. You know, you're changing. Things are changing. You know, you're standing up for yourself. You're being truthful, you know, and you need to. Okay? Remember that. You do have the Death card here for the hopes and fears. And why is the Death card here? One more card. Wow, again. There's a lot of, you're going to go through this huge change, more big, huge changes. Okay, so just know that because you have the Tower card right on top of the Death card. Okay, so going to be sudden changes that you're not even going to expect. You're going to be like, what, you know, you're going to be like that. So just know that. And like I said, you know, you do have the Page of Swords again. Really be truthful with yourself. Go with these changes. You're going to have new things coming in. Things are going to change for you just like that. So just know. You're going to have a lot of new ideas, you know. You're going to be standing strong. You know, you're going to just have you're going to be curious about things. You're going to have better communication, things like that. But things are going to change. So just know that. You do have the Four of Cups here. And why is the Four of Cups here and what you need to do now? Wow. One more card. You need to start focusing, okay? Really need to start focusing. All right. So with the Ace of Swords, I feel like you need to start focusing on things, okay? Because you not only have the Ace of Swords here, but you have the Four of Cups, okay? I feel like you're not really seeing things for what they are. You're very disconnected. Like you don't, it's like at times, there may have been a time that you were disappointed about something, you know, maybe something didn't come in for you and you're like, nah, you know, well, you know, it doesn't come in, so whatever, you know, but they want you to be focused because there are opportunities with you, around you. There's going to be opportunities for you, you know, but they need you to be very focused because you not only have that card, but you have the Ace of Swords here. You know, that means, hey, focus, be strong, focus here. Okay, you're strong-willed, you know, speak your truth about things, you know, and how you feel. Stop letting people bring you down, okay? With the Queen of Wands, find your strength. Stop letting people take your light, you know, steal your light from you. You know, believe in yourself that you can do anything and everything that you want to, you know. Stop letting people, you know, steal that light from you, you know, because you are the light. You know, you have that strength and you have that charisma where, you know, you believe, you know that things are going to happen, but why are you so disconnected? And that's what they're asking you to start focusing, okay? Leave all that drama behind, you know, speak your truth, be you, be who you are, you know, stand tall and strong like this person is here, and stop caring about so much about what other people think. You don't need to go that way. You just need to be you. You know, you're unique. You're an Aquarius. You can leave them whenever you want to, okay? So you just know that. You're very strong-willed, you know, and speak your mind. Speak what's on your mind. Speak your truth about things. You have the Judgment card here and what you need to work on. One more card. You have the Nine of Cups, and then you have the Justice card again. Wow. All right, so things are going to balance out for you. You're going through a judgment, which is like a reborn, reborn or rebirth, like a transformation. Huge changes are coming in. Have gratitude for everything that comes in. Okay, if you're dealing with anything legally, you know, it could be a divorce that you're dealing with. Justice is here. Okay, things are going to balance out for you. Speak your truth about things. Okay, be content where you're at. You know, have a gratitude for everything that's coming in. The changes that are coming through. You know, have gratitude for it. Be happy with it. Don't try to, you know, be like, oh, I don't want this, because there are good things here. You just need to see. You need to look at things differently. Okay, so really, really do that. Have gratitude, you guys, for big or small. And then you have the Ace of Cups. And why is the Ace of Cups here? One more card. Seven of Swords. Okay, so you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Swords, and then you have the Ace of Cups. So things are, you know, you're on this new path. You're going to be on this new path, which you are, because you did get the World card here, and there is a new beginning. You have a lot of pages also here. You also have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is saying that there's an ending here. There's been endings here. There's an end of a cycle. All that drama, all that, you know, betrayal and all that, you know, all that stuff that just wasn't for you, you know, people being ugly with you, you know, lying about you, you know, talking crap about you, stuff like that. It's going to come to an end. All that is done and over with. You don't need to worry about it because there's justice here. Okay, so just know that. You know, you're on this new path, and you're going to have a lot of creative ideas. You know, have forgiveness for these people that are so ugly. Okay, so negative. Leave them. Just let them be in their own world. Okay, have compassion, have forgiveness, have love in your heart. Okay, don't let them ruin that for you. You know, you keep going. You know, be creative with your ideas. You know, put things out there. You be happy, you know, with how things are for yourself and not them, you know, because you are changing. You're not part of that negativity. You're not part of that darkness. You know, you're not. You're different because you're an Aquarius. You're unique. You know, you stand out. And the reason you stand out is because you were chosen to stand out. You're not the same like everybody else. You know, you don't go and do all that other negativity. Yes, it's sad. It's very sad because we lose the people that are closest to us, and you find out like, what? You're right. But you know what? You rise back up and you keep going. And that's all there is to it. But they're asking you to have that in your heart. Okay? And then that's it. Wow. Well, thank you, Spirit. All right. So Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. God bless.